Hey guys, it's Nani, back with another video on what anime I have watched, and this time we're doing harem anime. And I'm sorry, it's been a while. I have been going through some mental issues that I need to work through, and now I'm back. I am going to start with all the harem anime that I have been watching or watched in the past, and see what I remember, if I remember anything from them, if they're iconic, or if they even, in my opinion, started out the genre. Some of them will be reverse harems, where the female is the center of the attention and they are surrounded by a whole bunch of either handsome, goofy, like different personality guys, or if it's the male that's surrounded by a whole bunch of females. For the most part, I actually watched, when I was compiling this list, it was shocking how many animes that I've actually watched that were reverse harems, where the female was the center of the attention. But it didn't really surprise me also. So, feminism. No, really. I was like, oh my god, I have an issue. I have a problem. I need to stop. And I'm not going to put all of them. If anybody has any anime that I may have missed, it's because they're going to be in another genre, or they're in the ecchi genre, so I'm not going to add those to this genre category because they're ecchi, and I have a whole different category for those, and along with the hentai ones, because those are going to be the ones that are quite sensitive for my under 18 audience members, and won't be able to watch or listen to those episodes unless they are over 18. So, warning, those are not going to be included. And there's actually a lot of anime that I had to take out of the harem genre that is ecchi. Oh, like, what? I get it, but I also hate it so much that I can't put a lot of the anime that I love into their proper category because they're considered ecchi. And since they're considered ecchi, I have to put them into the ecchi category so that I don't accidentally get or have issues with parents listening to my podcast. So let's get this ball rolling with a very iconic anime that, if you are an OG anime watcher, you know this anime. You know it. On High Host Cup. There we go. There you are. Chef's kisses. Like, it has the comedy. It has the different personalities of the guys. And then you have this girl who is not a girly girl, which is very refreshing, because a lot of times whenever you see reverse harems, it's between a whole bunch of handsome, manly dudes with this girly girl. I'm all like, why is she so girly? Put a tomboy in there, please. Put somebody that is not on the girly spectrum, or even like girly in any type of aspect. And here you go. It's high school. It's meant for rich. It's a high school meant for rich people. She's a scholarship student that is cross-dressing, so it's also a gender bent. And it's you just once you start watching it, you just can't stop. And this is how it happened. I started watching this when I was around, when I first got my glasses, which was in 3rd grade, and I was like 9 at the time. I would sneak into my mom's room just to, don't ever do this. Don't do this, because it didn't get my butt whooped, but it would get yours. I would sneak into my mom's room, hack into her computer so I can actually log on to the computer, since I didn't know her password. And if I did, she had to change it because I constantly remembered it every single time. It took me like 3-4 tries to even, or 3-4 times for me to remember it. So I would get onto her computer late at night. I mean, I would wait until she's dead asleep, and then I would get onto her computer. I would log on to I forgot what the anime website was, but it was one where I found all my original anime that I had. Hi, kitty. But I would get onto this website, and then I would watch about like 5-6 episodes of Warren House Go. Move cat, move. Sorry, my cat was on the keyboard. Okay, but I would like binge watch. This was the first anime, or one of the first anime that I actually binge watched that wasn't on TV. So, it's, and then another one was, please don't come after me, Kinoro no Koda Primo Passo. Both the first season and the second season, yeah. This one's a musical one, so it's not going to be in the music genre, and since it's already in the harem genre, it's not going to be in the music one. I'm not going to repeat animes into different genres, or else I'd be repeating several, and I mean several anime, because they have so many different like parts of their genres, where they're in the demon genre, they're in the mecha genre, they're shonen, they're shonen ai, they're shoujo, they're game, they're harem. Oh my god, they're a music genre. Oh my gosh. It's like they could be in several different categories. So I'm only going to involve them in one category, and that's like the first one that I look up. If it pops up the first time in that genre, that's where they're going to be. So this one is musical, so it's defining category for it, and makes it a bit more unique. This one actually has instruments in them. The characters are playing these instruments. They're orchestra instruments, and like violins, flutes, trumpets, the piano. They are playing them, and the main girl doesn't know how to play. She really doesn't, and there's this magical fairy that makes it and gives her a magical violin that makes it so that she can play, and because of this fairy, she is put into a competition that is school-wide, or the school is divided between the normal students who wear red and the musical students who wear blue. And so it's a competition between the musical students, and she's the only regular student that's in it. So it just kind of, up until later, but you'll get there. But it's like, this one's very interesting. It does have its drama, and each episode is kind of dramatic in its own way. It does give you cliffhanger vibes. It makes you want to just punch something, because of the fact that every episode... excuse there's a bird outside, but excuse me. I'm trying to make a podcast, but I know y'all don't care. There's bird. Sorry. Those for my dogs. So yeah, this anime has a bit of, it gives you that cliffhanger vibe that makes you want to punch something, but it makes you also want to get to the next episode because of that cliffhanger, and you completely want to skip like the ending song. I do not like the ending song very much. The beginning song is very classical and very soothing. So that one's nice. And then another one, I can say the Japanese name for it, but I'm just gonna say the short version of it. Haganai. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but it's supposed to be Boku wa tomodachi ga sukunai. I don't even remember what was going on. I don't remember. I know nothing. From the picture of when I was doing my research and everything and gathering this whole list, I remember the people, but I don't remember anything about this anime. And I'm so sorry. I actually want to rewatch this anime. The first two animes I will rewatch over and over and over again. There is no contest. I will rewatch it. This one, I need to rewatch it just to see if I liked it, because I don't remember. Ooh, I'm so mad that I don't remember like how it went. And all of you guys that are gonna be commenting about how can you forget about it? Oh my gosh. I had watched it when it first came out. Like it first came out. Like it was barely even like 5 episodes. So I don't even remember like what happened, what the personalities of the character were. I just know that there is a blind girl. That's all I know. Oh, don't kill me, please. Another anime that is kind of fuzzy in my mind is Kiss on My Deity, Teyutama. That one's kind of fuzzy. I know the anime, I love the anime, but I do not remember details of the anime. All I remember is like seeing the picture and feeling this fuzzy warmness whenever I see the characters, and know that I have good vibes with this anime. I have vibes. I love this anime. And then this genre is going to be pretty, or this episode is going to be pretty lengthy because I have a lot to say about these anime, and the fact that I have a lot of feels for these anime. I have feels because they make me feel like I feel for the main character, or I feel for a certain capture character, shall I say. I'm gonna call them capture characters like you do in Ultimate games. I'm gonna call them capture characters because the main character can and could date them, but I feel for them, and I feel for the main character because of the fact that the main character has to go through so much just to get a happy ending, or has so much happening to them, or too many people just all in their ish, and yeah. Okay, so that's that one. Then there's Bonjour, I can't say the next second part, but Bonjour Pâtissier. This is iconic to me because it's they're going to school for pastries, and it's so cute, and I love it. And there's another anime that's based off it, and it's another patissier anime that, you have a main girl that has something special about them, whether it's it's a heightened sense of taste where they can distinguish different taste buds, which makes me think about Kitchen Princess, which is the manga, which is a manga that has this girl that she can tell every single ingredient just from having one taste of a dish. That is awesome. Wow. This one is kind of like more low key, and it's kind of like she can differentiate the different taste and textures and all the different components that go into the flavors of it, and it makes her, and she knows how to cook. It's not just something that she can do and just not be able to cook. She's a part of this school. She can cook, and then there's 4 teachers. I think this is the one with the teachers where you're not supposed to have any type of relations with these teachers. These are your teachers. These are your senseis. And the principal is looking at you like so sus. Because you're trying to keep your distance from these teachers, but they make it so hard. Because there's one that likes French style foods. There's one that likes the traditional Japanese foods. And then there's one that's more edgy. Those are the 3 teachers. And then you have a 4th student that you are rooting for. I am rooting for you. But it's like the teachers have more of an advantage because they are teachers. But this student, who is her classmate, who sits right next to her, and he's a classmate, so I understand that they're both learning at the same time. So this just gives me very cute, very it makes me want to. You have to be eating something while you're watching this anime because it makes you hungry. It makes you very, very hungry. Just watching all the goodies being made. So yeah, there's that. And then there's another one called Starry Sky. I don't remember how it goes. It's just like Haganai. I don't remember. I remember faces. I remember, and that's the only reason I know that I watched it before, is because when I was looking at the picture, I'm all like, oh, this looks so familiar. Oh my god, I've watched it. Maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I probably watched 1 or 2 episodes, but I have watched it, and that's what puts this on the list. It doesn't matter whether you've watched all of it, whether you watched half of it, or whether you watched 1 or 2 episodes just to get a gauge on it, whether you'll continue to watch it, and you've never gotten a chance to go back. Okay, but this is definitely one of those where I've never gotten a chance to go back to it, and I am so that I haven't gotten a chance to go back to it. Because when I saw the picture, I was so heartbroken that I didn't get a chance to really have much of a review on it, and that's what I wanted to do here, is like give reviews on the animes that I've watched. If you like them, or if you watched them and you consider them good anime, good. If you like them and you don't really you've never really gotten a feel for the anime, or you're not really, or you have a different opinion of me, then we could talk about it. We can have a conversation. We could it's just I want to hear your opinions on everything. I have to fix my chair. Oh my god, my chair is falling apart. Okay, but yeah, that's kind of how it is with that. And then there's this other anime, which is Kiss Him Not Me. I'm sorry, I've watched 3 episodes and I automatically hated it. I hated it so much because this girl is fat shamed. There's no other way to go about it. She's fat shamed, and she has a really pudgy face. She looks like she has pimples on her face. She looks very pudgy. She doesn't look like she's an actual anime character. She looks like a little chibi character that's fat, and I don't like it. And I don't like the fact that they made her like super beautiful when she becomes skinny. So it just makes unrealistic like expectations, and then these guys are after her for her skinniness, except for maybe the nurse. He's the only one that really knew who she was, even after the transformation. So it gave me a headache. I just stopped after the 3rd episode because I couldn't continue, and she didn't want to even have their attention. She wanted them to have each other's attention. It just gave me very weird vibes, very horrible vibes, because of the fact that, one, she's being fat shamed. During the whole of the 1st episode, she only has one best friend, and that best friend is the only one that really was there for her, which kudos. But she was being fat shamed by her classmates. She was being bullied by a classmate who was a guy, and she was also being bullied by other guys in different classes that she would run into in the hallways. And then once she had this transformation, all of a sudden everything changed. Like, what? I'm not okay with that. It's not okay. You may have a different opinion than me. You may think it's cute, but it's not okay. And I don't really approve of it. There's a manga that's called Ugly Duckling, and that one is also not okay. I like the manga, but the whole going from this really overweight person, really overweight, seem to be ugly person, into a skinny, beautiful girl, and they're usually always blonde. I don't get why they always gotta make them blonde. It's like when they were fat, they had dark hair. Why can't they keep that dark hair? Why do they have to have a transformation and then all of a sudden have blonde hair? I don't know. Back cat. You and my keyboard has too much fun. Okay, but yeah, that's how it is, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So I like the anime, or I hate the anime. Look, I like the manga, but I just hated that aspect of the anime. No! Go over there, cat. Go over there. Okay. And then there's Magicano. Now, Magicano. I don't know why this is not considered ecchi. Like, no. What? Why? Why are you not ecchi? You show your panties, like, all the time. Like, what? This one's an actual harem. So there's a main guy with several girls. Several girls. even his own sibling, who is infatuated with him. And I'm trying to figure out life right now with this anime. It's funny, it's hilarious, but every episode you're just all like, what did I just watch? What just happened? Is this a magic anime? Yes it is, but what? you don't believe, you won't believe like all of the different like situations that these guys get put into. And because it's also magical anime or magical harem anime, this one, like, the situations are even weirder because anything can really happen when it comes to magic. So yeah, there's Hayata no Gotoku. Hayata no Gotoku. I remember the name. Let me real quickly. Hayata no Gotoku. Oh, I know this one. Hayata the Combat Butler. This one I only watched one episode. Not gonna lie. I only watched one episode. It was kind of in my meh. It's one episode. Didn't really want to rewatch. I didn't want to continue. Don't want to rewatch it. It's a meh for me. Mabarajo, Magicano. Why? I always get Mabarajo and Magicano always mixed up. Forgive me, because Mabarajo is on the ecchi. Is in the ecchi one. So do not. I'll get into that one, but I always get them mixed up. And then Hayata no Gotoku, don't like you. It was a meh. It was a meh for me. I'm not gonna continue it. And then there's another one called Oz Mafia. Oh, I only watched 2 episodes and I already loved it. I was all like, oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so chibi. Oh my gosh, like, oh, ooh, you can't. Ooh. Like, what? I just felt like it had all the components that I wanted in a harem anime. It had the protagonist. It had the protagonist. It had the protagonist. It had the It had the cute. It had the It had everything. It had the cuteness, it had the personalities, it had the chibi qualities, and then it's a visual novel too. Like, I can't. Yep. This is where my life goes. Yeah. Okay. And then another one. This one is more of, I know not many people are gonna like it. It's called Uta no Pinsama Maji Love 1000%. Just let that sink in for a second. Because this one is where the guys that want the girl's heart are musicians, or not musicians, but they're performers. They sing, they dance, and they all want this girl's heart. I think there's like 6 of them. I forgot because there's this season, there's a second season, I think there's a third season, but it took some getting used to watch it, because of the fact that I kind of sort of hate performer animes. They make me cringe like hard because of the fact that I'm not that into musical anime. I'm not into like music type animes, or the music type animes that I'm into. They're mostly instrument ones. They're not very singy ones. So the ones that I have seen that are like this one, very few, very in between. Keep them away from me. But I enjoyed this one. It was a good one. It was a good one. Brothers conflict. This one is the type of scenarios that I think a lot of people have had when it comes to harem anime. You have the main girl who becomes the capture character's step sibling, and that is it brings on a whole nother level to having a harem anime, is because of the fact that these are your step siblings legally. You can date them, but for your mental sake, it just seems wrong because they are considered family. In your mind, they are considered family, but in their mind, they know you're the step sibling, so they're gonna make advances towards you. This one has 13. Or, yeah. You have 13 brothers because you have, you have 13. Well, I swear, I know. I swear, there are 13. How many are you? Yep. I swear, there's... How many are you? Yep, 13. I knew it. I'm over here like, I know my stuff. I know it. I'm on like, there's 13 brothers. And they are, one of the youngest is, I believe, 6. And the oldest is like in his 20s. Or 30? Who's the oldest? Where are you? Ooh. 31 is the oldest, and he's a doctor. You have a doctor, you have a lawyer, you have a monk. Yes, there is a perverted monk in here. Yup. And then you have 27, 24. There's like triplets. There's triplets. So there's 30. There's the triplets who are 24. Then you have a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old, an 18-year-old. And then you have one that is 16 who is the same age as no, he's 17. Never mind. He is 17, so he is the same age as the protagonist. So she's 17, he's 17, so she has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like more than half of the brothers are older than her. So that's saying something. So yeah, that one, it gets spicy. It's like the tension's there. Oh, the tension is so there, and you want it to stay there, but it's not going to be. And I don't mind. But that's why it's not ecchi, because of the fact that it doesn't get it doesn't lead to anything like serious. But I love it. I watch it on my Hulu all the time. I am almost caught up in my episodes. I have a few more episodes to do, and then I'll be caught up. But other than that, it's so good. The last anime of this genre, last but not least, is Kamigami no Sobi. This one's actually a play on gods, and it brings in all of the gods, Greek gods, the Japanese culture gods, like every god from different cultures are brought to this school, stripped or their magic contained, and then they are made to basically interact with humans. Since they become so detached from the human world, humans are starting to stop believing in them. Kitters, get the fuck down. Get down. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Now get your furry butt down. But yeah, and the main character, the main girl, she is get down. The main girl, she is a human that was kind of abducted. So yeah, so she's surrounded by these gods, and she gets into certain situations where they actually break through their bindings of their that kind of keep their god powers from being shown, and they break through their bindings so that they can like get her out of these situations, and it's awesome. I wish that I had finished the anime. I only watched like half of it, or a little over half. I love it. Oh, it's so great. If I had missed any anime, let me know, and I will tell you why I missed it, or if the reason why I missed it is because I haven't watched it, and I will put it in my recommendation book so that I can do a episode where I actually talk about the anime that are recommended to me and tell people about how I feel about the recommendations. Although I'm never gonna bash anybody for their thoughts or the fact that they have given me such good credit or such good recommendations. I'm going to thank them for my recommendations, put them as a mention in my episode, thank them for their recommendations, and let them know either how I felt about the recommendations. Alright, that is the end of this episode. Thank you for listening if you are, and come back and see the next episode. The next episode will be on demon genre, and this one is not very lengthy. You'll be surprised on some of the anime that are on here because of the fact that you may not consider the villains that they are fighting as demons, or even certain aspects of this anime don't include demons, and we can discuss it. This is Nani, and I am signing off for the day. Bye!